All right, so the long essay question is the next test question we're going to kind of go over, okay? Again, remember that you do have a choice. There are 3 questions you get to choose from. So really the secret to that is pick the period that you think you know the best, okay? All right, so on the AP exam, it's going to really ask you either a causation, a continuity and change, or a comparison question. So if that's confusing to you, please go back to the reasoning processes video and watch that again to refresh your memory on those 3 reasoning skills, okay? They all have commonalities, all right, but they're all different historical thinking skills, okay? Each type has a particular way of organizing information, okay? So again, go back to that other video, refresh your memory, okay? And remember the themes, okay? So you should definitely be using those 8 themes to help organize this essay. Which theme fits the essay question the best, and then roll with there, okay? Again, this is the causation, compare, contrast, continuity, all right, and change, brief, all right? Remember, there's another video that goes over this in more detail, all right? But remember, you need to describe, you need to explain, and then you need to explain how it relates back to the historical relevance, okay? An example of a causation prompt might be evaluate the relative importance of different causes for the expanding role of the United States in the world in the period from 1865 to 1910. Compare contrast might be evaluate the extent of similarities between the Chesapeake and the New England colonies in North America from 1607 to 1754. And then continuity and change, evaluate the extent of change in the U.S. foreign policy in the period 1783 to 1828. Okay? All right. The format for this essay goes like this, okay? Context, all right? What's going on? What led us to the question? All right? That's what needs to be in your paragraph 1. That's part of your intro, all right? And then you need to have your thesis. Remember in class we talk about the although X, Y because ABC, okay? So this is paragraph 1, and it needs to be pretty consistent. It should probably be about 4 sentences. Make sure your A, B, and C are large enough to show your knowledge, all right, but not too small that it narrows your argument and your points, okay? All right, paragraphs 2 through 4, this is where you show us what you know. You support your argument with evidence, everything you've learned in class. You elaborate and connect the KBAT terms that you've learned and know in class, all right? And then you illustrate and recognize the entire question and form your argument. All right, your final paragraph is where you're going to wrap up your essay by connecting the main idea to a larger historical concept. Okay, show off your understanding. So if the whole essay has been about comparing, this is where you really hit on the contrasting. Okay, same thing with continuity and change, cause and effect. All right, making that larger connection over time periods and being able to do this in your final paragraph is really going to get you that point. Okay. Remember that in order to do this, you can't do it in 1 sentence. 1 to 2 sentences is not going to get you the points here. That's not going to show a true depth of understanding of the compare contrast or the historical connection over time periods. All right, this is the rubric, okay? So please be familiar with this. This is how I'll grade you. This is how the readers are going to grade you, all right? So what I want you to remember is that the LEQ is where you really show off your knowledge and make connections through time and events and history.